So what we're going to do is a couple of basically practice problems. These are the same type of problems as the yesterday's, but because the three rules are not straightforward, I take a second day just to reteach them. So I'm just going to go through them, and then I hope you pay attention. First set was 1 through 15 odd, because
Sorry, sorry to interrupt you, but quick question. If I'm not able to print this out, can I just write my answers on a blank piece of paper?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So let's go for number one. The rule when the angle is at the corner of the circle, there's no corner of the circle, at the edge of the circle, is that when it's perpendicular to, or not perpendicular, sorry, that is intersecting a tangent. What we're going to do is it's going to double when it gets to arc. So arc AB here is not 101, it's going to be twice as much, so 202. Okay. So it's very straightforward. You double when you're coming from the edge to the arc. Now over here, let's look at number 3. It's asking for JKL. JKL is this arc right here. All of that. What else they also tell us is that this angle, and this angle are all congruent. Well, look at line J. Line J is a straight line. If that's a straight line, these three angles should add up to 180. So if these three angles add up to 180, each angle should be 180 divided by 3, 60. So this is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. As I said with the arcs, if it's half, it's going to be half the size of the arc, or double when you get to the arc. So if this one's 60, then this should be 120, this should be 120, and this should be 120. Remember, the arcs and the angles are different in this case, so we have to be clear.
So is the answer 60 or 120?
None of them, because JKL is J to K to L. It's two arcs of 120.
So 240?
Yeah, 240. So your answer should be 240 on that one. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 5. Number 5.
Why did we skip number 2 and 4?
I know, I'm doing odds for the first 15.
Is that what we had to do for work? I thought we had to do evens too.
It's odds for 1 to 15. I want to cut it in half because I didn't want you guys to. It's just more practice, so I don't need you to fully do them all. So when it's inside the circle, when two chords are intersecting and it's inside the circle, you're going to take the average. Inside, you add them. So you're going to take the average of the two arcs that are opposite of the angle you're looking for. So this one and this one are the same measurement, and this one represents this arc, and this one represents this arc. So we're going to take the average of the two arcs they represent. So the two averages, I'll just type it actually, it's going to be 116 plus 140, all of that divided by 2.
It's 128.
And it ends up being 128?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks right. So 128. And you could just add the top, 116 plus 140 is 156, and 256, and then divide by 2. Okay? So your answer here is 128. Thank you, Daniel. All right. I'm going to have to erase this stuff so I can scroll down. So just get down to 128. We're going to the next one. All right. All right. Number 7. Number 7, when the angle's on the outside of the circle, you subtract the two arcs. Now, what are the two arcs? The two arcs are going to the bigger arc and the smaller arc. The bigger arc is always the one farther away from the angle. So here's your angle, right? The farther away one is this huge arc over here. And the closer one is this little arc over here in blue. Now here's an important point. If we don't know this one, we probably have enough information to figure it out. So we need to figure out that blue arc. Well, if this red one is 243 and a whole circle is 360, this blue one should be 360 minus 243. It should be what's left over of the circle. And 360 minus 243 is 117. So if that one's 117 and the bigger one is 243, we have the setup to find the outside angle. So we got 2, 4, 3 minus, oh my gosh, minus 117. Remember, when it's outside, you subtract. Divided by 2 is going to give me my angle 1. Okay? So 243 minus 117 is, my brain's full. 6, okay, 2, 1, 126 divided by 2. 126 divided by 2 is 63. So this angle over here, angle number 1, is 63. Okay. Let's go to number 9. Again, we're looking for the inside angles. But since they give us this arc and this arc, when we do the average, we're going to have to find this one right here on the inside. So first, let's do that. Let's find the inside angle right there. So 53 plus 41 all over 2. That's going to be 94 over 2. Divide that by 2, 47. So this one right here, this inside angle, very important, the inside angle is 47. Since these are straight lines, we could know that angle 1 and the one that's 47 degrees should be a supplementary or a linear pair. That should be a term that you remember from a long time ago. So it should be 47 or 180, because a linear pair is always 180. 180 minus 47 should be 133. Yeah. So this angle right here, angle 1, is 133. We get that because we know linear pairs are supplementary. All right. And then number 11, similar situation. We have our bigger arc and we have our smaller arc, but they only tell us one of them, so we need to find the other. So to find the other, we got to do minus 180 or 360. We got to subtract 360 from the whole circle. This one right here. 360 minus 138 is going to be
222.
what is it? Daniel, can you say it again? I got it again.
22.
222. Yeah, 242. No. 60. Oh no, you're right. 222. All right. Let me finish this and I'll answer. I'll let you answer. So 222 is the bigger arc, but that's we need to subtract these still. So it's 222 minus 138.
84.
Thank you. Over 2 is 84. Over 2 is 42. So this angle over here is 42. Elizabeth, what's up?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Elizabeth, I can't hear you. What's up? Does anyone else have any questions on the up to 11 so far? Let's go over the basic rules and then we're going to get to some algebra down here. All right, Elizabeth, type it out, okay? I'll answer you when you finish typing it out. All right, let's do number 13. Number 13, we have this one right here is 129, and we're looking for this arc over here. We're going to have to use this arc too. Now the problem is I don't know what this angle is in green. I don't know what this angle is, but I can find that really easy by doing their supplementary pair, their linear pair. So it's 180 minus 129. So that should be 51. Yeah, 51.
I thought the 129 was on the other line.
Which line? Like here?
No, like it's going downwards and not towards the 150.
Well, the 159 represents, let me use a different color, represents this blue angle I'm about to draw in. So we need to figure out remember, it has to be the ones in between the arcs. So I need this one. So that's why I have to figure out it's 51 first. Okay. All right. So I know it's supposed to be an average. So it's going to be 35 plus x. I don't know what x is, so I just got to write x. Equal over 2. Equals 51. So I got to times 2 on both sides first. 35 plus x equals 102 minus 35 on both sides. X equals not 70, 63, 68. Yeah. 60, no, 67, my bad. Yeah. All right. So sometimes, depending where our x is, we're going to force to do some algebra. All right. Let's handle number 15. Same issue. We have this arc here, or this angle, I'm sorry. We need this one right here. So 137, subtract that out of 180, should be 43. So this one's 43. And from there, we can solve it. 25 plus x is a 5, plus x over 2 equals 43, times 2 on both sides, 86. 25 plus x minus 25 both sides, x equals 50, 61. Yeah. I did that one pretty quickly. Does anyone have any questions for 13 or 15? Okay. Let me clear this up. So I have space for the next one. Let's go to I'm going to do number 16, and I'm going to pick one of these to be your exit ticket. So we'll see which one it is. But number 16, same setup. This is, okay. This is the outside angle, though. Because this is the outside angle, we have to subtract the bigger arc. I use the same colors I always use. The bigger arc from the smaller arc. So in this case, we're going to have to subtract this number from this number. We don't know what those numbers are. They're just x's to us. So how are we going to write that? We're going to write it like this. In parentheses, 10x plus 1 minus, in parentheses, 5x minus 1 all over 2 equals that outside angle over here, 61. Okay, so on the top, let's combine some like terms. 10x minus 5x. 10x minus 5x, it's going to be 5x. 1 minus negative 1. So 1 minus negative 1 is the same thing as 1 plus 1, which is 2. A lot of people made that error when I did it in the third period. So make sure you're paying attention.
You're getting a decimal, right?
No, you shouldn't. I don't think you do. Let me check though. Let's finish this and let's see. Times 2, times 2. Now this is, by the way, now since this right here is simplified, right here is simplified, we can now do our normal algebra. Times 2 on both sides. So 5x plus 2 equals 82, 122. Minus 2 on both sides. No, it should not be.
No, it's minus 2. I made a mistake.
There you go. There you go. So 120. You're going to divide by 5 on both sides.
24.
24. Thank you, my man.
Mr. Tobel,
Ethan? Yeah,
can't
go
you
ahead.
just make them, like, you can add them to 360 and then find x?
Can you add these two arcs to 360 and add? Oh, yeah, you
So-
could do that.
That's what I was doing, but then you said do this, so I changed it.
Okay, so Ethan is 100% correct for number 16. You're allowed to do that. Number 17, here's an issue though. There's this like extra that's popping off the circle. So we don't know how much that represents. So for number 16, you will be 100% correct because there's only 2 arcs there. But number 17 and number 18, you got these hanger-ons. So that means these 2 parts do not actually add up to 360.
Which one's the exit ticket?
The exit ticket is going to be 18. Throw you guys off. Maybe you did 17 early. So 18 is your exit ticket. So what does that mean? You need to do number 18. Get me the answer and type it privately into my thing. Okay?
Don't answer these 17 for work.
You do also need to do 17 for homework, but I mean, I can't make it too easy. You got to do some homework yourself. So I want you to do that yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
But you can stay on. If you want to
Do
stay on.
erase your work.
Yes, I'll erase my work. Oh, shoot. My bad. There we go. It's erased. Pause. Okay. So you're going to type me the message, again, privately, of the answer. And once you do, I can check you off and you're free to go. Again, I use this to check the attendance because what it allows me to do is I'm allowed to go back to the chat logs and I'm like, oh, he was here, she was here, he was here, she was here, and just check it off. So that's why it's kind of important for you to type it in, even if you think you got it easy. Remember, you're subtracting. You're subtracting, so you should be getting a bigger negative on one of these numbers. Daniel, great job, my man. You're free to go if you wish to. Kayla, Samson, Lanoy, you're good. Zach, I think it does. Yes, it does. It does. But Zach, I still need number 18, okay, before you go. Ethan, no. That's incorrect. It's quite off. Make sure you're multiplying something correctly. Maybe you're adding something wrong. I'm not sure. Or subtracting something wrong. Make sure you're doing that. Callie, you're good. Hoovy, you're off.
Is there a decimal answer?
It is not a decimal answer.
Mr. Toll, the one I sent you was for number 17.
Oh, that's so wrong for number 17, though.
Mr. Tobel, did you check mine?
Sam? Yeah, you got it. Good job.
All right, thank you.
You got it. You're good. What did you do wrong, Hoovy, before you go? If you could tell me. You know what?
I think I messed up the steps.
Like you multiplied first, or you subtracted first before multiplying? What do you do?
Like I set it up 13 minus x and 5x plus 14 divided by 2.
I got you. Okay, no problem. Number 15 is the exit ticket, Hanak. Michelle, you got it down. Good job. You're free to go if you wish.
Shabal, did you
Yeah,
see
right.
mine?
Let me scroll up because a lot of them comes at once.
Well, did I get
You're good to
17?
go. But no, you're good to go. She
Thank
can-
you.
No problem.
Well, did I get
Yes,
17?
yes, it is 17. That is number 17.
Bye.
And Hanak, I don't know if I answered correctly. You have to do number 18 for your exit ticket, okay?
All
Did I
right.
get it right?
Which one?
Did I get it right?
Which one are you doing?
Number 18.
No, that's not right.
Oh shoot, my computer's having a little battery. It might die soon.
All right, try to make it then. Go quicker.
I'm trying, but this thing dies 2 seconds after it says it's
Still
dead.
off. With that number, did you do -6 minus 14 correctly? That's my guess. I'm not sure what was wrong, but maybe that's Hanak, you got it.
-6 minus 14?
Yeah. What should that be?
8.
No. -6 minus 14. So you're going lower. It's a bigger negative.
Oh, so negative 22?
20 though, right?
Mr. Tobal, can you hear
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hanak, you're good. Elizabeth, it's like you're whispering. Is that Elizabeth? I don't know.
Can you
who's that.
hear me?
Who is that? Is that Elizabeth?
It's Elizabeth.
Yes.
It is Elizabeth. Okay.
Is.
Abby, you're off. I don't know why though. Did you?
I don't know why either. That's a good question, Mr. Total. Can I
Negative
tell you what
6?
I did?
Wait, -6 minus 14 is what?
I used the calculator, so if it's wrong, it's not me.
Then you got to put it in the
It's
calculator.
negative
So make
20.
sure you-
Oh,
There
I
you
wrote
go.
22. Why did I write 22?
There you go. Oh, it's the calculator.
Okay.
Said 22.
Elizabeth, I'm happy
No,
to set
it's
it up.
20, Zach, not 22. I wrote 22, and it's really 20, so don't listen to me.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
I'm so confused. Can you hear me?
I hear you now, Elizabeth. All right.
You do hear me.
I do hear. Or no, I'm just talking
So
to
what's
myself.
the answer, Mr. Total? Because I'm really not on the to finish all
Mr.
that.
Zawal, I'm really
Do it
confused.
correctly, Abby. Ethan, you're still off. I don't know what's up with you.
It's a
Did I
little-
get it right?
Is it
Zach, you got it. All right.
is
so
it
this the
13x
setup.
minus 5 and then -6 minus 14?
Yeah.
Plus 14, and you could distribute the negatives if you wish. Yeah. Over 2 equals 6.
Mr. Tobal, 17, 7.8.
No. You're just slightly off, so I'm thinking, what's -2 minus 6, Ethan?
-2 minus 6
Yeah.
is, hold on, isn't it -8?
Yeah, did you write that?
I wrote +8.
Oh, it should be +8. Yeah, you're right, because it's 6 minus -2, so it should be +8. Abby, you got it now. Good job.
Okay, but I'm going to do 17.
All right, stick around. Let me stop the share. Every recording, I should say.